them practice a couple times this year. Gavin Peterson, very impressive as he ran the practices. No, this should be as seamless as it gets for this outstanding team.
And a good start for Utah
this year after 4 games.
And that's a pretty 3. We told you off the top, there's some mismatches in non-conference play, and some of the numbers become really robust. And I don't want to say misleading, but when you're facing another quality opponent, you're not getting.
The other outstanding bench player for the Utes in the game now, Maddie Wilkie. And
here's a deep 3 right on the money.
And a great pass by Vieta there, a nice post feed.
And maybe that will get St. Joe's going. They finally connect. It's Gabby Casey. Well, she got Mackenzie Smith free for an easy layup out of the timeout. Here's another 3-ball, nothing but the cords from deep for Jenna Johnson. Well, that's rather presumptuous if somebody was going to actually pay you even 48 years ago.
Well, probably $1.25 maybe is about all they owe me.
Gabby Casey, her second bucket.
Her nickname is the Mosquito, and it doesn't take long to watching her play to figure out why they call her that.
Here's another freshman, Stokes, and her runner will count.
How about that? Nice
8-point game.
Grace Foster from Perth, Australia, that the coaching staff is extremely high on, and I don't know when she'll get back.
Step away bucket for St. Joe's. That was Gabby Casey.
You and I both said they've kind of settled in now offensively a little bit.
And the answer at the other end by Reese Ross. Didn't sink for Neepkins. Here's a long triple. Nothing but the cords that time for Gabby Casey.
She start off with the toughest game on your schedule here as the first game as a head coach. And he said, yeah, I know.
Vieta squares one up from deep.
Needing 4 assists to get to 400 career assists. A little unusual for her.
Was on the floor. And off the inbound, a triple knocked down beautifully from Neepkins.
What a
half a step or so. Double on the basketball. And this from a long distance. That should have been worth 4 points for Lara Ziegler.
How she's kind of carried the offense. The coach also noticed that and went right to her on that set play.
Reese Ross at the other end with a response.
Wasn't exactly what you said. She just kind of flipped it up there.
Duck under layup.
Boy,
is good for Brugler. 15 on the shot clock as they back it out. Not a lot of movement all of a sudden for Utah. They get a 20-foot jumper and it's knocked down. A little bit further than that. In fact, it's a 3 from McQueen. That biggest lead, 14. Casey, count the basket.
Play coming out of that timeout, a little handoff, big to small, ended up being a handoff to a layup.
Casey, that's the shot they originally wanted. Ziegler had it knocked away for a moment. It comes to Brugler. And now Ziegler for 3 at the tie. Wow. Looked like anything but. It looked like it was going to be a runaway for the Runnin' Utes. The game has not been tied since we threw it up, and now we're going to get overtime. Here's Casey. One-on-one against McQueen. She pushed off. They're going to count the basket. Center. 3-point opportunity. Chance to tie up the basketball game for Casey. What do you have, coach/referee?
Well, one of the hardest things to do with defense is guard the dribble drive.
Into Teray, good catch, and she flips one up and in! Teray gives Utah the lead with 4.5 left. Timeout, St. Joe's.
Boy, that hit the front of the rim and took a very fortuitous bounce for the Runnin' Utes. Overtime, and here they are hanging on with 4 seconds left, clinging to a 1-point lead.
Ziegler's up top, she runs to the low post. And drive to the basket, layup no good. No whistle, ball game over. Utah survives in overtime, 72-71.